आपने कभी सोचा है Why do some people attract success with such consistency जबकि बाकी लोग सारी जिंदगी सिर्फ स्ट्रगल करते रह जाते हैं? Most of us operate on a default mode. We assume life is simply something that happens to us, and when things go wrong, we attribute it to bad luck or random circumstances. It's a recognizable pattern. You wake up, stub your toe, and that single moment of frustration seems to pull more problems into your path. You hit every red light and spill your coffee, and by noon, the entire day feels like a loss. But that chain reaction isn't a string of unlucky accidents. It is the observable result of a law that governs how we interact with our environment. This is the law of attraction. It operates with the same consistency as the law of gravity. If you drop an object, it falls. There are no exclusions. The principle is straightforward. Your thoughts become the things in your life. Your mind functions as a transmission tower. It broadcasts a frequency, and that frequency magnetically pulls matching experiences into your present. These mental frequencies are broadcasting every second. If you focus on what you lack, you attract more lack. To change your life, you have to change the frequency by changing your thoughts. You are not a passive observer. You are actively shaping your environment through the specific signal you choose to emit. This leads to a practical challenge. With thousands of thoughts passing through your mind every day, how do you know which frequency you are actually on? Your emotions serve as an immediate feedback mechanism. They tell you instantly whether your current thoughts are moving you toward or away from what you want. When you feel a sudden drop in your stomach or a wave of anxiety, your body is signaling a destructive frequency. When you feel happy or at peace, you are on a constructive one. It is important to note that the law responds to what you are feeling. Your emotional state is the truest indicator of what you are attracting. You don't need to monitor every single thought. Instead, you can stay on the right frequency by simply monitoring and adjusting your emotional state. To see how far this principle can be pushed, consider the story of Morris Goodman. After a devastating accident, Goodman was completely paralyzed. He was unable to move, speak, or breathe without a respirator. His doctors believed his condition was permanent, leaving him with only the use of his mind. He chose to ignore his physical limitations entirely. He focused his mind on a single clear goal, visualizing himself walking out of the hospital on his own by Christmas. Despite the initial medical prognosis, Goodman achieved his goal. On Christmas Day, he walked out of the hospital, having used his mental focus to rebuild his physical state. If a man in that condition can change his physical reality through thought, the obstacles in our everyday lives are well within our power to shift. You can begin shifting your frequency today by using the practice of gratitude. This is a centuries-old practice utilized by some of history's most prominent thinkers to align their minds with the outcomes they desired. Albert Einstein, for instance, practiced gratitude as a daily discipline. By saying thank you hundreds of times a day, he consciously brought his mind into closer harmony with the creative energies he sought to understand. You can start this tomorrow morning. By listing what you are grateful for, you move your focus away from your problems and toward what you want to increase. This shift in focus is a direct path to locking into a frequency of abundance. The second tool is visualization. This is more than just a wish. It is the process of seeing yourself already enjoying what you want. Think about your kitchen. Even if you try not to, you can likely see the refrigerator, the tiles, and the colors clearly in your mind. This proves you already have the ability to visualize. The core of the process is the physical feeling. When you visualize, you must generate the emotion of having that reality right now. When the visualization is successful, it should feel so real that coming back to the physical world feels like a brief shock. Henry Ford understood this mental discipline when he said, "Whether you think you can or think you can't, either way you are right." आप अपनी life के results के ज़िम्मेदार हैं. From this second forward, your thoughts and feelings will dictate your reality. The universe is responding to your broadcast. What will you choose to send out?